Your fingers can move way faster than you think if you practice the right way. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to train your fingers to move like a pro guitarist. My name is Simon, I've been playing guitar for over 15 years, have a degree in music, and built a learning platform playwithaplan.com, where guitar players are improving every day. Life is short, so let's get straight to step 1. Keep in mind that it takes practice and time to reach a professional level, unless you are very special, of course. But in this first step, I just want to show you what's actually possible. Because if you take out your hand, you can probably move your fingers like this, or something like that. So your fingers are actually moving quite fast already, or you can probably tap your fingers on a table. My point is that you already have some kind of speed in your fingers. So let's try to transfer this to guitar. And the way we can do that is to play something that already comes very natural to us. You can experiment yourself, but here's a phrase you can try. So just on a D string, 5, 6, 7. Just use hammer-ons. This is one of the easier things you can actually play quite fast. The goal at this stage is to just mess around with that shape or something similar, just to get a feeling of speed. And once you start to get comfortable, you can try to do that shape on multiple strings, like this for example. Just on a D and G string. So in general, just explore the shape and try to see what's possible. Your playing doesn't need to be perfect at this point, so just have fun. By the way, I recommend to learn more stuff like this in level 4 of my guitar roadmap. To figure out what level you are in this roadmap and exactly what to learn next on guitar, just click the link in the description. Alright, this leads us to step 2. Now we know what's possible, but of course we also need to practice and get your fingers to move the way we want. And from here you can take 2 different paths. The first one is if you're a beginner, because for beginners it doesn't really matter too much exactly what you play. So I recommend to just learn loads of songs and just play as much as possible, because you just need to get used to the guitar in the first place. But when you start to get into the early intermediate phase, so you have some experience, then you want to introduce some exercises as well. Specifically, you want exercises to improve your finger independence. This is how you can truly make your fingers do exactly what you want. It's a bit like having 5 kids. If all of the kids are very confused and don't know what they want, they're just going to run around. But if all of the kids know exactly what they want, maybe they want some ice cream, then they are going to go straight to the ice cream. Now I want to show you an amazing exercise for finger independence. I talked about it before on this channel, but it's so good, so I'm going to keep talking about it. It's called a spider, and this is how you play it. A few tips to play this exercise correctly. The first one is to use your fingertips and not the flat part of your finger. And to make that easier, you want some angle on your fingers like this. It's not like this, but more like this. The second thing is that you want to let the notes ring as long as possible. So listen to this. You don't lift your fingers unless you really have to. Try to do this exercise for just 5 minutes a day, and in a few weeks you will start to see some improvements. Promise. We're covering a lot here, and it can be a bit all over the place. So if you want something simple you can just follow, you should check out playwithaplan.com. There you get access to the success path, which has detailed courses on each essential topic. So basically, just follow the success path and get better on guitar. I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested. After 2 comes 3, so let's go to step 3 after a little sip. The thing is that the better you get at finger independence, the harder things you can play. So the next step is to increase the difficulty. So basically just practice more difficult things. And of course, guitar takes time. So you're going to gradually increase the difficulty because you can't read a book before you have learned to read. So first you need to learn alphabet. Then you need to learn how to read a sentence. Then you can read a whole book. So now I want to show you a slightly more difficult exercise you can try. So this is going to be the shape. Okay, so on the D string, that's going to be 4, 5, 7. All hammer-ons. Then you play the 4th fret on the G string. Then you hammer on to 7. Then you play 4, 5, 7 again. But you're just using hammer-ons and pull-offs. So the whole thing is going to look like this. I recommend to just spend some time with this shape and get comfortable. Start slow. And eventually you can go faster. In other words, you're gradually increasing the difficulty. If you want a challenge and make this exercise even harder, then you can try to play it on all strings. So let's try that. If you want more amazing exercises, I share 4 of my favorites in the next video. Have a wonderful day.